So the first card is some money. So you might be getting some money coming to you soon. You might be investing this money in a country home. So you might be thinking of buying a property outside of the city and in the countryside. And it looks like you do have a city home, so you might be thinking of investing in a second property. So you've got a city home over here. Maybe you're doing some refurbishment to this home. It looks like this person's getting into a horse and carriage and going. So maybe you want a holiday home or somewhere in the country that you can go and just relax. And this might be the case. So in the past, you've dealt with somebody that may have taken some money from you. There looks like there's some kind of theft that happened over here. And it looks like it was caused a lot of upset and a lot of displeasure going on over here. And going into the future, you've got a lot of hope for the future and you're expecting some news to come in as well. It looks like you will get some good news with regards to love. You've got the Ace of Hearts over here. So, and it might be somebody from the past that sends you a letter or a message, maybe an invitation as well. So that could well be the case. You're hoping that things change, and that you move away from any kind of problems. You are going through a bit of heartbreak over here and you've got a lot of hope. You're waiting for things to come in. Waiting for your ships to come in, waiting for some love to come in, and it looks like there's some sort of message, some communication coming in for you with the Sweet card. So somebody maybe inviting you out. Okay, so those are the energies for that week, those 2 weeks rather. Okay, so there's a lot of 5s on this read over here. So there's a lot of chaos and problems going on as far as this goes. You've got a 5 here as the energy. So, being humiliated, being treated really badly, being spoken down to, a lot of almost mental abuse going on over here with this 5 of Swords. A lot of arguments going on. Then you've also got the 5 of Rods over here because you can see there's bickering and arguing here going on between this couple, almost physical violence going on over here. So a lot of chaos going on over here. And you've got the 5 here in the surrounding cards of 5 of loss and depression. So it looks like, you're going through a very difficult period at this particular moment within this relationship. It seems like you're having a lot of arguments, a lot of fighting. You're feeling it's almost like she's begging him to do things and he's not doing it and he's being very aggressive about the whole situation. So, an energy of somebody trying to dominate and somebody, having the last say because he's got the sword in his hand and, getting you in line. Whatever they want you to do, you're doing it. And you're doing it and they're not giving you any time or they're not paying any attention to your needs. Now you've got the Empress card over here, so there might be a pregnancy involved. This could well be the case that you may be pregnant with this Empress card, and it is crossed by the 9 of Pentacles. So it looks like, you'll have started a life together. It looks like, with this 9, it's about having sufficient money, sufficient wealth, sufficient resources, and being financially independent. And maybe this is how it started, and this is why you are pregnant at the moment, or you are planning on having a child. There is a lot of material success over there. There is abundance. Maybe you're starting a family together. So it looks like, you'll have been working together on something. You'll have accumulated wealth together, and it seems like you are financially abundant. The Empress card is talking about maybe being pregnant at this particular moment. So in the past, you've got the Queen of Swords. You're a very independent person. You seem to have been through some kind of issues in the past. Where you had a lot of heartbreak and hurt, and that was going on in the last few years. It seems like you were somebody who went through a lot of pain and suffering in the past for a relationship, and you were alone for quite a while. You could have previously been a divorcee or a widow, a divorcee or a widow, and maybe this is why this relationship has been very attractive. So coming out of being very lonely into a new relationship, it seems like this person that you've been involved with has got the Emperor card over here. So this person that you met may, fairly recently is very much in charge. They are somebody that, this is a card ruled by Mars. They could be Aries or they could be Scorpio. But they are very dominating and they're very in charge. They're very authoritative. They hold a lot of power in their hands. So this is the person that you seem to have formed a relationship with. And this is a person, they're usually very well off. The Emperor card is a person who has a lot of financial resources. And this is probably why, you all are financially stable and very well off. And maybe this is the reason, you can see that you've got the 9 of coins over there. So there's a lot of material wealth there. So what's going on in your head? You've got the 7 of Cups over here. So there's a lot of confusion. You're very confused about the whole situation. There's a lot of, with the 7 of Cups, it's, having illusions about a relationship, thinking that it is one way when it isn't. So, and this man is dreaming about this woman and, he's got this perfect vision. So you have this idea that this is what you wanted out of a relationship and this is what's been on your mind. You wanted this perfect relationship. You've been dreaming about it for a long time because you've been going through loneliness for a long time. And maybe these expectations are unrealistic because this person that you're dealing with seems to be a very dominating person. They seem to be somebody who, they can humiliate you or say things to you that are very nasty and they wouldn't think about it. And I say that because you've got so many 5s over here where the person is, putting you down or destroying your confidence. So the Emperor card is not somebody who is very caring in the sense that they're not very emotional. And they'd humiliate you at the drop of a hat without even thinking about it. There's been a lot of bickering and arguing that has been coming out of this relationship recently. You can see with these 2 5s over here, that general energy of the card is domination, humiliation, this person trying to control you or take charge of the situation by any means necessary. So that seems to be what's going on in this relationship. You've got the 3 of coins over here. So you yourself, have been working very, very hard on this relationship. You've been putting a lot of effort in it. You've also been working very, very hard at your job. So you are quite financially independent and you have a skill or something that you're very trained up in and very good at. And you have been working and earning your money. Maybe this person could have been somebody that you worked for. But you have been a very financially independent person and you have got, you're very, very trained up, as I said. And so you are capable of actually standing on your own 2 feet without this person's input. Now, what people see around you is that, you're very depressed and despondent. Maybe this relationship is causing you to have a lot of upset. So you are thinking, you really didn't want this relationship to reach this point where it is distressing you this much or that you're feeling so miserable in it. So you are mourning, you are crying, and you're spending a lot of time by yourself. So whatever's going on with this relationship is upsetting you quite a bit. And you really do want, to be able to work with this person and you want to be able to work with them. So maybe this person that you have met is somebody that you've been working with because you seem to have been you seem to be an independent person. But now you seem to be dependent on this person. You've taken on the role of being a dependent on this person. And, maybe you're thinking back about where you all used to work together and you work together pretty well. So maybe this person works in the same kind of field that you do. And this is how you met this person. And now they've taken on the role where they're very, very dominating or domineering. So going into the future, you've got the 7 of Pentacles, the Knight of Staves, and the 8 of Cups. So it looks like with the 7 of Pentacles, you've invested a lot within this relationship. And it looks like you all did work together and you've put a lot of investment within this relationship where you're trying to build things together. You're trying to accumulate wealth together or you're trying to get things, maybe accumulate a family, life with a home. So you are trying to work with this person to build up a life together. And you're spending a lot of time investing, you're spending a lot of your time, you're investing a lot of your effort within this relationship. Then you've got the Knight of Staves over here, and maybe somebody has brought in some kind of information to you that shows, is actually reflecting exactly, that you have lost a lot of your personal power. This could also well mean that this person that you're involved in could well be a fire sign person. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius that you're dealing with at this particular moment. The Knight of Staves also talks about trying to change home and job or move away from a situation. And with this Eight of Cups, it seems like whatever you thought that the relationship was going to be is not how it's turning out to be. And maybe you want to walk away from it. You want to leave it all behind and walk away. Maybe even this person that you're involved in this relationship with, they don't feel that they're happy in this relationship, that there's a lot of responsibility within it, and they want to actually leave. So there's a lot of unhappiness going on over here. It seems like, you're looking to the future for answers, solutions about what to do, but it seems like neither of you are really happy with it. And it seems like, you want to both move off into a different direction. So whatever responsibilities you all are facing within the relationship is not what you envisioned. And it seems like, you're looking to the future to find a solution to it. So with the Knight of Staves, it's trying to move into the future, trying to make future plans. And the future plans seem to be not to stay within the relationship, but to actually move away from it, to go towards something that is much more emotionally fulfilling, because neither of you are happy. This relationship seems to be more like a burden, or whatever is going on in the relationship. It seems like, although it's an established relationship, it seems like neither of you are very, very happy in it, and you are making a decision to actually move away from it. So there's a lot of arguing and bickering, and it seems like you are making your mind up to actually leave this relationship. You are you are a financially independent person, and you can stand on your own 2 feet. You have been independent in the past. So this relationship is not something that you don't have to, it doesn't make you. It's something that, you shouldn't be having so much of problems within a relationship. It should be something that provides healing rather than actually, so much of bickering and arguing and destruction. So you've got the Ace of Raphael coming in, says, a positive new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insights. So the Ace of Raphael is like the Ace of Cups. So a new kind of peace or new insight is going to be coming in for you. And Raphael is the angel of healing. So something new coming in. So maybe a brand new relationship will come in, or a brand new insight coming in to take you out of this problems that you're going through. And it says there's a leap of faith, believe in yourself, listen to your heart, and do what gives you joy. So you need to build the confidence up to walk away from something that is no longer serving you. You can see this man is walking away with his leap of faith card. So it's actually advising you, in order for you to get peace and healing, you need to actually take that leap of faith and walk away from it. And the Queen of Gabriel says you can do anything right now. Go after what you want, the ability to attract helpful people. So it seems like you need to take your personal power back. If this relationship is not serving you, it is something that you need to walk away from, and you need to get your power back, because you are brilliant, independent, charming, and passionate. And the Queen of Gabriel is the sign for Sagittarius. So it is your card, and it says that you need to come into your own independence and display it, and not be dependent in this relationship, because this person is being humiliating, they're being controlling, they might be they're definitely being verbally abusive, but it looks like there could be some physical abuse that is going on over here. And you are a person that is financially independent. You have skills and you can actually work. You have been independent in the past. So you are not reliant on this person to make you. So it is something that you might need to actually walk away from it, this relationship, in order to get some peace and happiness. With this Ace of Raphael, if you do that, you will get that peace and happiness coming in, but you have to be brave enough to take that leap of faith and have enough confidence to do it. And that shouldn't be a problem. You should be able to do that, because, if something is not serving you, where you started off working well together, there might well be a pregnancy involved in you, and maybe this is the reason why this person's attitude to you has changed. Maybe if you do take that leap of faith, this responsibility, maybe this person doesn't want this responsibility. You can see this woman sitting here with a baby, and this man is standing outside of this room. So maybe he doesn't, or this person that you're with doesn't want a child or a pregnancy, and maybe this is the reason why they want to walk away from the situation. So whatever, you've been investing in, whatever you're building, it doesn't seem like they want to have any part of it, or they don't want to be part of this scenario. They seem to be a very domineering person who's trying to get their way and push you around. So you have a choice to make as to what you want to do. And if you can't decide, you need to actually speak to somebody, get some counseling, ask somebody for some advice, because obviously it's causing a lot of depression and heartache on your part, and you're crying a lot, and people see that. So it's causing a lot of depression on your part. So, if you get some advice from somebody and as to what to do in this situation, and this could be something that, is not very conducive to, if it is a pregnancy, you really don't want to bring a child into a situation where there's so much of conflict. There's a lot of conflict in the situation, because it can only be, it can't really be good for this child, because you can see these people are fighting, and then there's a lot of tears. So you do need to get some advice. You need to ask somebody to help and support, and somebody that you can rely on, somebody that you trust for this. And if you can't get somebody you trust, then you need to actually get some professional advice. This is very important.